Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I am just gonna go with it. Hi, it's the 1st of December. I've been wondering a lot if I'm going to do Vlogmas this year. It's something that I've actually tried to do once a very long time ago, before I wasn't even knitting or anything like that, but a lovely group of ladies that I met at Worldwide Knitting Public Day. A lovely group of ladies that I met there. They gave me a most wonderful gift. They created an advent for me from sock leftovers that they had from this stash. Packaged it up so that I could join in the fun and have something to open that's a Yarny thing every day in December. So I really want to do it justice. Like I really I want to open it up on camera. I want to maybe show you what I'm going to be up to knitting wise in the month of December. It's my first time going through the holidays while knitting, so that's exciting. And there's quite a few things lined up that I'm really excited about, namely projects I'm working on, a few thoughts I have about gift knitting, this advent I'm really happy about, a Christmas sock knit along, and some classes that I'm taking at a virtual event from Vogue Knitting. Just a few things that are happening throughout the month and I'm really excited about. Vlogmas is a thing I'm gonna try. But I think we're gonna go with a weekly format because there's no way I can film and edit something every day on top of my job and on top of knitting. Like the time I spend editing is time I don't spend knitting. So, choices. My tree is up. I've had my first I opened my non-yarn related advent, which is a jam advent. I've been wanting to try out the Bonne Maman jam advent calendar ever since it went viral in like 2020, and then I was never able to get it, but this year I got it. So I already opened my little jam, and now I'm going to open my yarn advent. It comes in a reused box from something else, and I think that's actually really great. I'm going to definitely keep my jam advent or something for the packaging so I can do the same for somebody else next year. But so it's so cute. It comes it has those little boxes. I'm so excited. I can't wait to open. So I've never done this before. I am told that inside of each of these little boxes is a sock leftover of a few grams, just enough to do a stripe on a sock. And the idea is that you would maybe knit the cuff and contrast colors and whatnot in like a main color, and then add a stripe every day to your advent socks. And then by the end of December, yeah, you have a completed advent sock, and it's a bunch of different colors, and every day you get to figure out what it is. So it occurs to me that I should probably have made the cuff before I start opening this, but December just sort of surprised me. So we're gonna try to make a cuff today and add the first stripe to it. And I'm just going to be using a standard sock recipe, a vanilla sock, let's say. The vanilla sock from Crazy Sock Lady, except that I just add sometimes for my winter socks. I'll talk about it another time maybe, but I did a double folded 2x2 rib double folded because I did that on another sock and I really liked it, so I might do the same for this one. We'll see. But okay, let's go now. I'm going to get it's adorable. I'm going to get the first and put this away. All right, we have the first box, and we're gonna check out the little color that's in there. Woohoo! Oh, there's two. There's two? Okay, we have a little gray color and a little red color. That's already like I'm matching already. It's super. Ooh, the red is really pretty actually. It looks like a hand dyed tonal. So it has variegation. I'll try to get a better shot of it after. But okay, so does it mean that I do one stripe on each sock? I probably should do these like two at a time, right? Or something. What do I do? That's probably my best bet for getting the socks finished anyway. So if I make, no, but if I make them two at a time, then I have to separate this little ball in two. Ah, I'm gonna have to do some planning because I'm not sure. Like, okay, there are two options here. I could make the socks matching and have smaller stripes, but they are matching stripes. Or I could have one sock stripe this color and one sock stripe this color, and it's completely fine that they don't match. They're just completely not matchy colors. I'm gonna think about that a little bit more, and maybe I'll do that while I knit my cuff. But very excited for day one. A little red and a little gray. I'm gonna put it back in the box for now. We'll try to get them on the sock already today. But today, I'm also, I mentioned I was having a couple of classes. My first, I actually am attending 3 classes at the Vogue Knitting event. It's not Vogue Knitting Live, it's virtual Vogue Knitting. They sometimes hold virtual conferences with classes, and then one night I was not sleeping, and I bought classes. So this morning I have Shetland knitting, an introduction to Shetland lace knitting. So that's going to be fun. If you watched my if you watched my first year in knitting, it's actually something I said I wanted to do in the future, and I guess the future is now today. Like we're learning Shetland lace. Oh yeah. I bought some lace yarn specifically for the occasion because we're going to be knitting a sample. For the class I got some Rowan fine lace. Actually, I've been every time I go to the yarn store, I'm eyeing this yarn because it looks so thin. It's like there's something like compelling about it. Like, ooh, it would take so long to get a project done with this. Somehow it's alluring to me. So yeah, get some fine lace. I need to get my needles sorted, and I'm ready to learn. I'm ready. Yeah, I'll keep you posted on how that went, I guess. Yeah, thanks again for Elise and Cecile who have blessed me with the gift of Advent. I was delighted, and I'm still kind of in disbelief because I don't know, it really means a lot to me to feel included in this way in the knitting community of my town, and that makes me so happy. So yeah, I'll see ya. Hello, so it's the end of December 1st. How did my class go? It was great. It was a very simple introduction to Shetland lace and sort of what is the difference between regular, like just like any lace knitting versus Shetland lace knitting. We got a little sample that we could knit, but mostly it was about talking with the person who was from the Shetland Island herself, and so we were able to ask questions. She was very nice, and it was a very small group of ladies, so that was very, like, it was just very nice to learn together. I tried knitting up my sample and was not super crazy about the result. And it just, I don't know, the flower pattern wasn't forming. I assumed there was a tension issue, and then I remembered that it's flat. When you're reading a chart flat, you alternate row directions, and I still didn't do it because this information doesn't want to get in my brain. Like, there's no so I'm gonna reknit that sample just because I need to see what it looked like when you do it properly. But anyway, I made a decision on how I'm gonna do my sock. I have decided that I want matching stripes, meaning I want red on both and then gray on both and so on. And then I also want to not worry about running out of yarn and not being able to finish the socks. So I am going to do them toe up, which is something I've never done before. So I have gone ahead and I casted on a toe. This is a standard toe up thing with the, what's it called? The Judy. I just learned this today, so. The Judy's Magic Cast On. Thank you, Judy. I knit one toe, sorry. And then I remembered that I wanted to do them two at a time. So what I did is I knit one toe using my metal needles. I just transferred them over another set of circular that I have in the same size. I am going to knit the second toe, and when I'm done, I'm just going to slide this one back onto the other set of needle. So I should have two toes next to each other, and then I can start striping and doing it two at a time. That's my theory, I think. I hope it's gonna work. The yarn that I ended up choosing for my, I want to call it contrast color, but in a stripy socks, like, isn't every color a contrast color? So the yarn I'm going to be using for my toes, heels, and cuff, it's this yarn that I used, hand-dyed variegated green, and it's from Colorista Yarns, but I mentioned that last time, she doesn't dye anymore, but I have this left over from when I knitted my mushroom socks. So I think it's a good festive neutral, so that's gonna be nice. I will have to split my tiny little yarn balls. That should work. I'm just going to split it so that I can do them two at a time. I'll probably catch up with you on how that's going a bit later, but that's the update for now. And so then I did this other one where I had more distinct All right. It's November 3rd. It's not November 3rd. It's December 3rd. I feel lame. December 3rd. Yesterday I have finished my second heel, so I don't remember if I mentioned it, but I decided to make the socks toe up and two at a time. So here's the progress so far. Yeah, so this part is the colorista yarn that I had in stash. And then we have the two colors of day 1 and the two colors of day 2. Those two colors makes me think of ice cream or a milkshake. Like this looks like strawberries and cream, and then like a choco mint or pistachio chocolate chip situation. I really like it. I'm doing the weaving as I go, so I don't have to weave in a ton of stripes at the end. I think it looks scrappy but cute, so that's what I'm going for. So that means I'm caught up, and today we're going to open the third little package and see what the colors are for today. So it's a chunker, and we have two variegated or just kind of speckled. I think it's a bit of both. This one looks like a lemon sherbet situation, and this one makes me think of a Yeti. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for the yellow then the blue. Yeah, there's little pops of green in here, so I feel like it's gonna make a better transition to from the mint green to the yellowish green and then onto the blue. Yes, exciting. So I'm going to do this. Just take it all out, snip it in half, and join in. All right. Bless you. December 4th. It's a Monday. The days keep rolling and I'm not really, I don't really know what I have so far in terms of of filming. I'm not sure I'm being really organized or good about this, but you know, it's just gonna have to be what it's gonna be. We're gonna try to be kind with ourselves. So I just got back from the first snow walk with our puppy. He's 5 months old, and today was the first real snow that he's been actually like walking in. He's so small that like that was a bit of a sport, but he made it. He wasn't scared. We even went to the dog park and he was able to meet with some other dogs. Today we're going to open the next color. I think I have a few meetings today, so I should be able to add the stripes onto the sock today. And then tonight I have my Stitch and Bitch group is meeting up at my house, so I'll definitely have time to work on something. This or my other projects that I should probably mention at some point. All right, so December 4th, we get the box. I shouldn't actually look in the box when I open. Ooh, we have some sort of, it's a pistachio and magenta color. That's really pretty. It feels like botanical orchids, maybe something like that. And then this little bit, which has some tweed in it, I think. Also a bunch of different colors in there. We have some light purple, light blue, and then darker blue, and there's little flecks of does that do anything when I do that? Like, does that actually change anything? No, right? Like, whatever. Anyway, yeah, excited about these two. I'm wondering, okay, yesterday I said, oh, I'm going to use the sherbet because it's the closest to this one, so it'll fade nicely into the blue. And now I'm wondering, Is that the strategy, or should I go for the most contrasting, the one that contrasts the most with the last stripe, so that it doesn't have, it has more of a stripe and less of a melting effect? Maybe I'll try that. I think maybe I'll try this one and then the blue to see, to avoid having a gradient. Yeah, I'm gonna put this away for now. Oh. Yesterday, well, I had one class and one lecture from Vogue Knitting Online. One class was about color, how to choose colors and making color palettes in knits and crochet projects. I don't think that I've definitely learned some things. I don't think that there was anything that felt groundbreaking that I didn't know, because I went to an artsy school. I've heard of a color wheel and values before. But what I think was interesting for me about this class is that it forced me to take a practical look at my stash and basically create the time for me to make color combinations that are not given by a pattern. She had us make snips of colors that we had from our stash and then arrange them in a color wheel. And then she talked about some classic color combinations and sort of why they work and how we can make sure that they actually show up, and how you can get the best or the most of your color choices when you're doing a color work project, how to give each color its own space and make sure it's readable, all that jazz. So it was really interesting, because I think that while I could have been like, I've heard of like taking a picture in black and white to observe the values of your colors and how they go with each other and stuff like that. I've never actually done it, and the class forced me, or not forced me, but really gave me a space to take the time to do it. And I actually found a couple color combos in my stash that I never thought about, and I also never looked at a color combination without thinking of a project before. So maybe it would be interesting to start with color and then pick a project, rather than pick a project and then find a color for it. So yeah, that was very interesting. I'll try to link the instructor's details in the description, so that if somebody wants to check her out, they could. I also had a lecture, and the lecture was on color and fashion trends in knitwear for the season. And the reason why I wanted to attend this lecture was because I'm always curious how people know what's trendy. Like I've been hearing a lot of creators talk about how red was in this year, or double 2x2 rib was in this year, or well, whatever it is, and I always feel like I don't know where they get this from. Having this person explain her, well, she showed us a bunch of trends coming from different runways and things that she thought was interesting, and it was interesting to hear about her process. But she also gave practical tips on how exactly she does this. She talked to us about the Vogue Runway app, which I think is an excellent tool for creating sort of style inspirations, or like looking at what people are coming up on the runway and seeing exactly what you like about them, adding looks together, and you realize, okay, I what I like about those looks is that they have this in common. For example, it could be a high contrast, it could be that you find you love textured things or shaping, or I don't know. And I'm already browsing and making some boards of my own, just of things that I find really interesting, and so that was great. Of course, it's the runway. There's zero people who look like me on the runway, so it can be a bit hard to project what certain styles or techniques or shapes would look like on a body like mine. It comes back to fiber art, right? It's not just clothing, there's a story that's being told, it's just artistry, which I think is really interesting, and I definitely want to learn more about. So yeah, I don't think it'll inform how I dress, because I just dress to be comfortable, to be honest, but it might inform more what I value in style, and if I ever pick patterns, or I try to maybe get on a capsule wardrobe train, or if I try to curate a little bit more the things that I have, I can keep in mind the things that I value in other people's looks. And yeah, just think it's interesting. Get my smoothie. I have to start working. It's really hard to get to work because we have a little cat on the windowsill, and he's just sleeping in front of the snow. I wish I could be him right now. Hey guys. It's the 5th of December, I think. Yes, the 5th. We're Tuesday. Yesterday I had my Stitch and Bitch group, but I didn't film anything because just about half the people came, and because of the snow, I was a bit late, so I forgot to film. Anyway, I am a bit spaced out today. I'm just complaining at this point. I'm sorry. I didn't film much, but I hope by the time I get to the editing booth, I will get something that makes sense, that I can put out there for the first week of Advent. Momo, come here. Oh, meow. Come here, baby. I know. There we go. This is Momo, my 9-year-old cat. And it's very, very friendly in the morning. He's friendly most of the time, but in the morning, he's just a cuddle baby. Are we going to open the yarn advent? Yeah. It's a quiet day. Let's get to opening the number 5 box. Before I open it, I just want to make sure I showed the progress of yesterday. We have tweed. It's really, so they were because I split it in two and it was changing colors in large section. It's not the same color stripe, but I'll take it. And we have the little botanical colorway. So now box number 5. Ooh, feels hefty. Ooh. This one feels like woolier almost. I don't know what base this is, but it's very plump. And it's a gorgeous color. Cranberry meets pumpkin spice vibe. And then we have a white. This one I don't think is variegated. I think it's just white. Yeah, I think we're gonna contrast with this one first and then go for the white. All right, but I'm really curious about the base of this one because it looks good. It's fig and cardamom today. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna have breakfast and get this day started because I woke up late already. In the winter season, you have to rest. I'll talk to you later, I hope.
My hair is not done.
Oh, me neither.
Oh wow.
Welcome to the Great British. No, okay.
Wow.
I'm jealous basically of the girls that I follow online who have themed advents and then they do guessing game with their partners. So we're gonna do a guessing game.
But there's nothing
But
to yours.
none of us know what's in there. So basically, yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking, one of us will see the yarns.
Okay.
And then they'll come up with the name of the colorway.
Oh, okay.
And then the other person has to guess what color that is.
Based on
the name that you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it can be like deep red.
No, that would
Okay.
The name of the yarn, the name of the colorway doesn't contain the.
Okay.
It's a vibe.
Okay. So if it was like deep red, I could say like sanguine.
Yes.
Okay. It's the only thing that came to mind. But, okay.
You know what, like sanguine, that makes me just think of pasta.
Yeah. For the 8th.
So then the 8th, and I'm just gonna.
Okay.
And
so
also you have to show it.
Okay, I'm gonna look, show, and then give you the name.
Yeah, and there's 2 colors in there.
Oh, okay. The names.
The names, yes. Okay.
Okay, look. Next one. I'm taking my time.
Oh yeah.
Having it focus and stuff.
Show.
Doing the profesh.
Yeah, do the thing.
Okay, I have the 2 names.
Okay, so can I look this way or?
Yeah, you can look this one.
Okay.
So in this one,
Yes.
it's called Cotton Candy.
Cotton candy.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty proud of that one.
Okay. Do you want to say the other, or do I guess this one?
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like a pink and blue variegated, but for some reason I'm thinking of those little buckets that have the the pink. I think it's pink, white, and blue, or pink, yellow, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, pretty close.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's more purpley than I thought it would.
Yeah, when you said blue, yeah, but
it is really.
I mean, like there's different gradients of
yeah.
pink and stuff.
It's like a really subtle purple with some pink in it.
No.
Well, you showed it already.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Okay, the other one.
Yes.
I called it.
Okay.
Old Doubloon.
Old Doubloon.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably like the least practical name ever. Oh yeah, the camera is here. I'm showing like that.
Okay, doubloon. The thing is, when I'm thinking doubloon, it's money, and then I think gold coin. So then I would think, sort of like gold with brown and rusty specks kind of situation, with deeper browns or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't know that they were actually made out of that, the doubloons. Like, were they just made of bronze or something? And then if they're old, does it mean they're oxidized? And so is it a green color actually? Because they were using a lot of bronze back then.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But what is your final answer on the color?
I'm gonna say gold with deeper brown or rusty speckles.
Okay, it's not too far, but it's not exactly that.
Oh, okay, it's not speckled, but it's really pretty.
Yeah, it does look like an old coin that you would get like from a pirate. Pirate treasure.
Okay, it's got a tweed in it.
Okay, it's good. Okay, I did not see that.
But it's good. It's the little specks of dirt.
Yeah.
On the doubloon.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice. Okay, I'm gonna. Thank you. That was a successful guessing game.
You're very welcome.